say. Okay. So seeing as we have no one else coming in, it means that I don't kind of take this very seriously. So I'm sitting on this table. Welcome. This is an Intro to Linux freaking course, I guess, at this point. If a course we had 5 whole people. So I'm Avanish.
I am Owen.
And those are real photos of us.
Yeah.
Disregard what the slide says. So who are we, really? I'm Avanish. I'm a 4th year Bachelor of Computer Science student. I'm here at Conestoga and the Waterloo campus. I've been working for 8 months at Article, which is a cybersecurity company. I've had a long history in like doing everything development, so that includes like web dev, a little bit of trying to get the Android dev, that whole thing. I love saying, "Don't feed the rats; they eat the electronics."
Okay, this is my. So.
Oh yeah, you can hear it.
Whatever you can kind of hear it, but that's physically the sound. President of the GED at Conestoga, so that's where I came from. At least I've been a part of the club since my first year of computer science. Now we're in the 4th. And yeah, I work at Article with Avanish. I am being forced to work with Mac OS and Linux for 8 months, so that's about it. I mean, I like Linux and I enjoy it, so it's not too bad, but I'm being forced to, at least. So.
I will also add that I am one of the executive leads of the Google Student Developer Club. So here we are. So what are we doing? Basic Linux commands and small exercises. Because we love doing it. We love interactive learning. So I should actually go over what is Linux. Now, I've heard from a lot of you, so y'all actually do know what this is, but I'm going to say it anyway for the folks at home who are listening. Linux is a family. It's generally known as like a family of Unix operating systems. Unix being like the open source operating system released by Linus Torvalds. I don't know what. Don't ask. It comes in many flavors. There's like the basis of most Linux distributions is the word I'm looking for. Goes like Debian, Arch, and Fedora, and then stuff builds on top of it. Ubuntu, as some of you haven't tried it, is a thing that builds on top of Debian, for example. Kali also builds on top of Debian. So what are you seeing there? Yeah, Kali is one of them, builds on Debian. So Kali, again, for those who don't know, is a cybersecurity focused like distribution of Linux. So it provides like some really commonly used tools by by folks who engage in penetration testing, or for folks who like are into the security business as a whole. Now, that's a phrase that I use there that technically, for a layman, they wouldn't know this. What is a penetration tester? A penetration tester is a person who is simply hired by a company, so consensually, to act as a malicious actor in their environment and engage their security practices. So this could look like in like a multiple of ways. You could be someone who is hired to be a person on the inside trying to gain like super access into the network and then recap from there. Or you could be a person who's trying to come from the outside, like say a threat actor from like a national level, trying to infiltrate this company. There's a lot of stories online that you can find specifically for security conferences like DEF CON and stuff like that, where it's a bunch of pen testers telling what their exploits are like while they go rob banks basically, or like abusing social engineering to take a helicopter, which is an actual story that I did hear about. So there you have it. Reality was something that helps facilitate in that act of like engaging in penetration testing for other network stuff. So here's some basic Linux commands. We have mkdir, which is makes a directory. I know it's going to sound really basic right now. We have cd that navigates into directories. We have pwd that displays the complete directory path. I know, it's shocking.
Yeah, here's the next one.
We have mv, which is a short for moves, or you can also rename a directory or a file. Cat, it outputs the content of a file into the command line, or the terminal, if you want to call that. Nano, it is a text editor. Now, who here uses Vim? That's my next question. No. Any Vim users in chat?
We are kind of taught to use the Vim.
Okay. Okay.
But we don't know the shortcut, all the shortcuts.
Okay, fair enough. But you have had some experience, so you can quit out of a Vim application. Barely. You almost escaped.
I barely can. I can barely.
You had to like lock your computer and like reboot it completely.
I have to look it up sometimes still. Oh, it's still pretty rough.
Okay. Grep, it searches for an expression when you give it a input in. So stuff like if you're looking through some logs in your terminal, you can use grep to find a specific application that you want to get logs from. And cd copies the file. Content heavy slides, we love them. So onwards we go to a quick exercise. Let me share something else, which is going to be my Kali Linux box.
Yeah, if you guys want to follow around, so
Yeah.
it's the time we get the Kali out.
It's crazy. I know we get Kali out of here.
You should see it on the screen like, come up as well when Amish starts getting on it.
Yep.
Oh, is it loading there, Jackson? Too? Is it still? I give it more RAM.
There it is.
Give it more RAM and processors. Go to dive file. Close. Just do.
Okay, so this is the Kali Linux box. Now I'm gonna do something really hard, and it's called using my computer when the screen is not right in front of me. So we're gonna open our terminal here. So this is gonna be a very terminal heavy focused workshop because working in terminal, you're gonna have a question. Okay. Oh, working in terminal is very important. There's not going to be a lot of times where you get access to a desktop environment, either because of a lack of screen or just because you don't have direct physical access to the machine that you want to remote into. So knowing how to use a terminal, extremely important. So let's go over the exercise. I'm almost wishing that I actually had some way to display the instructions and this thing at once, but I'm not. So that's for next time.
I can get it on mine here too.
Oh, sick. So first, open a terminal. So I assume everyone's gotten that done. Okay, cool. Then let's make a new directory and name it whatever the hell you want to be honest. So I'm going to go with. Does anyone want to give me a name? I'm shit at coming up with names. And do not give me X, otherwise I will kill you. GDG. Okay.
GDG. There we go.
You're cutting party. Suck up. I see you.
There we go.
So in this case, it will just be CD GDG. Oh, it's okay. I had it on here.
Oh, you got it there now?
I got it in there. So now we're actually in the GDG directory, and you'll see. I'm sure that's right. For the folks here in the tilde is a representation of your home/username file. So typically that's /home/username. So now you're in the GDG thing. Let's see what our next instruction says. It says write the output of PWD into a file. So you would do PWD and then this greater than sign, which just says put the output of this command into something, and then file.txt. Now, if I do that, you'll see that that doesn't display anything in the terminal, but that's because it's written into the file. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit in the sense of I'm going to cat the file just to prove that that is actually what happened. So you can see here, it says home Kali1/GDG. And if I run pwd, same thing, home Kali1/GDG. Then you can rename the file by going, mv file, I'm naming it exercise.txt, and hitting enter. And so now it's been moved. Now, this is another nice one, ls. That's what we're going to use to check for files in our directory. So now it's named exercise.txt. If you want to confirm that that is the case, then we run exercise.txt, and there it is. Yeah. So does anyone have any questions? Perfect. Wait, hold on. What does our online chat say?
I'll check. Tyler says very nice.
Very nice. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, let's. Get this back on. Okay. So that's the quick exercise. I know, it's quick. Let's go into some links, commands in networking. So ping checks for the connectivity of a device. So doing something like ping google.com will tell you stuff like the IP address of the domain that it resolved to. It'll tell you what's the latency between the lag between the you and the connection. It'll tell you how many packets it's in, how many it's dropped in the process, so on and so forth. You have Nmap. Very important thing here, do not abuse Nmap. Do not use that willy-nilly. It will get you in trouble. Fun story. At work, we had a senior network person, like of our team, give us a presentation on how to use Nmap more effectively because it consumes a lot of resources on our remote servers. And I went up to him and I asked him, hypothetically speaking, if I searched for vulnerabilities within our local job network, what would that be like? Because we're a cybersecurity company. And he went, that's an interesting idea. Best case scenario, you don't find anything. Worst case scenario, you find something and you're fired. Because that's called doing illegal pen testing. Pen testing requires consent. So don't do it without permission.
Yeah, so don't Nmap any of the nodes at the school here.
Yes, please. Because they will get your ass. Dig is a command line used for querying DNS servers. Lovely command. I use it like somewhat frequently. It's great. And curl. Curl is like, oh God, I love curl. It is web requests in the terminal, and it does so much. You can make post requests, put requests, get requests. You can write outputs into files. You can just grab a web page and then put it into a local copy. That will do. You can follow redirects. You can get a assorted file alongside with it. So it's very versatile, very useful. Remember this because you can use it for so much later on. So you'll never believe it. Thank you. I'll take the one smirk.
That was mine.
Yeah, I know it was. Another quick exercise. So remember when I said don't use Nmap without permission? We are using Nmap with permission because the thing that we are scanning there is localhost. 127.0.0.1 is another way of saying localhost, basically. It's a loopback address. So we're going to run this. Let's see if we can get that up there. And we're just going to run Nmap.
So run sudo with it. So that you might get an error there when you try to run it.
Oh, good. I can actually just share this quickly. Okay.
It might give
So
you an
it's
error
Nmap
with it, and if it
dash
does, make sure you run it with sudo, and it should give you privileges for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got to put in your password for Tally. There you go.
Okay. Let me know when everyone's done.
Not as interesting as scanning an actual thing, but
Yes, true.
not illegal. So
True.
we gotta keep you guys out of jail.
And also, we didn't have enough time to start running like a Python or an Apache web server, so on and so forth. That could have gotten it.
I mean, actually, you guys could Nmap the. We'll give you the URL to Nmap. It's the actual Nmap. You can Nmap them.
Oh yeah, yes, I want to. I mean, we are so okay for time. We can actually do that.
Let's even pull it up here.
I believe it's canme.nmap.
Test site. But you can Nmap them. Yeah, go ahead and scan it. Nmap me. So it's the.
So it's a
It's
site.
scanme.nmap.org. That's the URL. So if you Nmap that, and then if anyone wants to type that out in there, I can type it on there here. But try to Nmap that. It should
It's
give you
here on
some.
this. It's here on the stream as well. So you want it?
Yeah, that should give you.
Okay, let's see what happens. I'm running it with no flags at all. Let's just see what happens. -p dash like. Ooh, and so we have.
So yeah,
Do you have anything that
you
could?
might not. You might not
Say
need HTTPS. Just take the.
So-
Just take the DNS name for it. So take out HTTPS, and then that should give you actually something now. There you go.
Yeah. So
Now you see. all the
interesting
ports
as
that are
stuff,
open.
right? Because you have stuff like you can find that they know now you know from this random
You get to
machine that you have never seen in person.
Oh,
You know that you can go by stations, you can go by HTTP, you can go by this and nping dash. So
That's
this is so
ports. So it
useful
basically
for
it'll
doing
scan all of the
reconnaissance when
most
you're
common
trying to
ports.
do a penetration test and whatnot.
So
Because now you know
test
that
for
you can
one.
somehow exploit HTTP or
It's just
SSH.
one of the commands for it.
Keep in
to
mind
just
too,
test all
This is port 80, so it's HTTP, not HTTPS, which means the traffic in this will be also unencrypted, which also means that you can keep a listen on this and see like, oh, what can I hear about? Yeah.
You don't have the internet. That's a reason.
Okay, let's see what else.
Yeah, sometimes if your Kali Linux doesn't have internet, then it's
Oh yeah,
you'll
okay.
have to edit.
I'll let you all do this on your own time because you're gonna need to look at the instructions. Go ahead, try that out. Go curl with that whole address, and just let me know when you're done it.
And map Avenetia's site.
Stop.
I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Do not. It will not be affecting me. Well, it will. It'll affect my relationship with the vendor I use. Let's put it like that.
Go and map your host provider. It's
Yeah, basically. Let me know when y'all are done running this command. Are you two running my commands?
You start with the
Oh my god.
You don't have internet. You don't need to fix it. What's wrong with your internet?
Okay, how are you doing?
Add your password. I can't remove it here.
Oh, let's go. You got me. You want to cut the output just to see?
Then type in your
Let's see you.
do the full email. Try that.
And then the curl You can hit tab.
C.Owen.ca.
You got me. And you want to give me a as well?
Yep, connect. New password. Type
Remember, you can use tab on it. Let's go. Okay. Are y'all good at this?
Yeah, he's Jackson just trying to get his network set up.
Oh.
Is this okay, try that. Okay.
Okay. And then for you folks, now try running big on this. On that.
Was that your old password or?
It doesn't no matter what I do.
Oh, you did when the newer password is still.
Yeah.
Connect using a certificate.
Wait, what? No way.
On the domain. You get it?
I don't have a certificate.
I'm just looking just for the domain. No need to add curl dot curl.
I've been able to before. I don't know. Probably-
Okay, see, you got it?
That's weird. Yeah, nothing too much. Yeah, that's fine.
There's a doctor. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. It won't stop. Yeah, wait for a second.
So scary. Like what?
Oh, no, not
If it can
Like, no, there's no factor. I guess it.
Is there
Just
a
a little bit more information. Okay, so can I try the pseudo?
Ethernet.
I don't have Ethernet.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I do
How
actually.
many
Never mind.
times-
That's okay though. Don't worry about it. That's all I need. I still need a certificate, I think, don't I?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Hey, you guys got it all there?
Or did
You fix it?
you get it?
Yeah. Now, what do you like? You can use Google for this. Look up the IP address of that. And mine is. Like, I'm going to ask you, like, which service do you think I'm using for my website? So just take the IP address and look it up in Google. Anyway. And just Google. And let's look up this like useful, but in this case, I just want to look. You want me so if the IP address? Yeah, just the IP address. Just search it. Yeah, that would give you an answer. Well, yes, but I guess you will want to add the port also. No need. So you can see that I'm using Flatpak, but also you know exactly how it's written.
But like, let's stop.
Oh, wait, no.
Your average person doesn't know that for one, and for two,
Oh,
You were
they
saying
can
that
generally protect them.
I feel like someone wanted to do something. That sounds like pretty cool.
No, I'm saying look at
They
the
can,
site.
like, they know that. They
Oh,
can
they can see. They can see what the
That's why I was
shame
giving you something like that.
Is that right? This? Yep.
Huh, cool. Wait, is that any server? Is that any different from using like Wireshark in this?
No, Wireshark's a packet listener, so you can listen
So-
to the packets going through.
What does Nmap do?
And that it basically it tests an endpoint for open ports. So like it checks it'll send like ping or probes towards each port
Yeah.
on whatever
Cloudflare is
endpoint
hosting
you
my
send it
service.
to.
So
And so
all the
basically
traffic
it'll
goes
span it and check to see all of it. Ports, see what one receives anything, and then the ones that send stuff
even
back,
if you want, you can
then
also try
that says
to
that's open. So then it gives you the feedback.
You'll see
that
the
all these
formats
ports are
the
open.
same.
So if you wanted to attack them, you could send a bunch of stuff to those
If you want,
ports
you can
because
do
they'll
it,
respond.
just to see that it is the same both sides.
You know what I mean? That's what Nmap does. It's different than a packet listener, packet sniffer. It's just basically that just sits on your NIC card and it will listen to every single packet that comes
Okay.
through, and then it
How
will
are you
basically
feeling?
just listed in the UI
Good?
stuff.
Are you good, Sam? Are you good as well? You? Okay. Are you good?
So
Okay.
Nmap's a more
Y'all doing anything there?
Yeah.
Okay. Six. Okay. If that's the case, I believe that's the end of my presentation. Yeah, I know it's really short. But honestly, this is more of a place now where y'all can just chuck ideas at me and I can answer them to the best of my ability. So, have at it. If anyone wants to suggest
Number one
anything,
Linux supporter right here. Number one Linux supporter.
I am.
Right, so things section for the next section.
No, nothing. Just some whatever you want to like find out about. Highlight it. Like just toss a question at me. I will try my best to answer. Yeah. It can be about almost anything. If you want to try and keep it within the topic, that's fine. If you want to ask something like, what would happen if you map the thing without, well, I mean, I already told
I
you.
read that over the yeah, and get like first time they blocked me, and second time I got something that I don't want to do.
Did you get an active recording or slash email?
No,
Okay.
I
Okay.
want to disclose.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. It's nothing related to the money.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. You got to try talking to me. Fair enough. Okay, yeah. So you know it firsthand. Anyone else got any questions? Questions? I'm putting you on the spot. But that's because I hate you.
If we got time, those are the
Make files. Like as in this,
it's specific, but it's in the document.
like as in, ooh. Not without looking into documentation, I couldn't, because makefiles are C, and I don't care about that. But no, that is a good idea. Like that could be something that we go into. But
It'd be a cool topic. Here, let me see if I can send you guys this one. But there's some like Linux resources we can do, like sort of for more practice at least. I found a site that shows at least some like the Linux Journey, which is a basically has all the different courses there for everything. Like it goes right through everything about Linux. They got command line, just getting started, processes, packages.
Permission, all the things.
Yeah, and it goes down to networking and everything like that.
Oh, it's cool.
So it's a cool resource there. If I can send.
you can put it on the Discord.
Yeah, we can send it on the Discord. Are you guys part of the Discord?
Yeah.
Make sure you guys are all part of the Discord here.
Or I guess you can send it to him.
Okay. Let's send it in here. Linux Journey. Just try out the free resources. Those are definitely cool to get into. You're part of the Discord, right? You're part of the GDC.
No, I don't think so.
Honestly, that's what
You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here.
What?
Oh no.
There you go.
Thank you.